Welcome my dear friends. In this video I am going to discuss about the complete graph and degree of a vertex. What is a completing graph? A graph is said to be a complete graph if every vertex is adjacent to every other vertex. And a complete graph by n vertex denoted by Kn. Kn, it means here we have a complete graph to the graph has n vertex. Look in these examples or in these graphs. And here V1 is adjacent to V2 and to V3. And also V2 is adjacent to V2 and V3. And this graph, it has three vertices. That is why we denoted this graph by K3. Let's go in this graph. It has four vertices, V1, V2, V3, V4. That is why we call this graph K4. And also, every vertex of this graph, it has adjacents to every other vertex. For example, V4, vertex number 4, it has adjacents to V1, to V2, to V3. As we know the definition of adjacency of a vertex. Okay, let's go to degree of a vertex. What is the degree of a vertex? The number of edges and cylinders on the vertex V of a graph G is called the degree of vertex and G. Let me show in this graph and find some of degree of vertex of this graph. V4 and V5. Let me have like this a graph. And one more thing I want to mention here. The degree of a vertex is denoted by this vertex, DGV, or we can write DV, or we can write DEGV. Every one of these symbols denoted the number of the number of degree of a graph. Okay. Now let me find the degree of every vertex of this graph. If we consider the number of the degree of vertex number 1, as we know, it has adjacents by 3 vertex. 1, the adjacents by V2, by V3, and by V4. That is why we can write d V3, d V1 as equal to 3. Same if we want to find the degree of vertex number 2, as we know according the definition of incidence of a vertex, the vertex number 2, it has adjacents by 2 vertex, V2 and V3. So we can write d V3 V2 as equal to 2. Let's go to see the vertex number 4. As we know, the vertex number 4 is a pendant vertex. The pendant vertex, according to definition of a pendant vertex, it has just incidence by 1 vertex. That is why we can say the vertex number 4, it has the degree of this vertex is just 1. Forever, the pendant vertex of a graph, it has degree number 1. What about the vertex number 5? The vertex number 5 is isolated vertex. As we know, isolated vertex is a vertex to it isn't any and settles by any vertex of a graph. It means the isolated vertex of a graph is forever zero. Forever zero. If I if we want to find the degree of vertex number 4, we can write d4 is equal to 1 and d5 d the degree of vertex number 5 is equal to 0. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.